Most Sundays at this time, you'll find Chris Wallace here sharing the inspiring or interesting stories of those he's met in and around Washington. 2018 brought some particularly memorable encounters. Here are a few highlights from this year's Power Players of the Week.
He'll sit and hold a pose and wait till you get a lot of shots. I mean, it's really adorable. He's kind of a prima donna. Hey, Marlon.
Karen Pence is talking about the family's pet bunny. The main character in a children's book she and her daughter Charlotte have written called Marlon Bundo's Day in the Life of the Vice President.
You know who this is, don't you? Whisper it, whisper it.
Marlon.
Yes.
Marlon, this is Chris Wallace, Mr. Chris Wallace.
This is Justify. He's a big boy, as you can see.
Bob Baffert introduced me to his latest Kentucky Derby winner Thursday. Baffert said his new star intimidates other horses and trainers before he even gets on the track.
When they see him in the paddock, it's like that scene from Jaws. We need a bigger boat. That's it, when they see him.
It was prophesied that I would preach and by this woman, and I said, well, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. He says, well, you already have a pulpit.
Now, at age 63, Washington is more about giving back.
You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse? That's what my pastor told me, whatever you have, you can't take it with you. So the question is, what are you going to do with what you have while you're here?
I know we're classified as a hero very often, but I keep saying I'm not the hero. The heroes didn't get home.
Meet Herschel Woody Williams, the only Marine from World War II to receive the Medal of Honor who is still living. And in 2010, he started a foundation to honor Gold Star families who have lost a loved one in battle.
These monuments gather these Gold Star families together, and they become friends for the very first time. Many of them will say to me, I thought I was alone. Now they're together.
We're chefs, we feed people, and people are always in need of a hot meal, and that's what we do.
Jose Andres is a world-famous chef with more than 30 restaurants across the U.S.
But another sauce, and then we're finishing it using the same sauce.
But this week, he and his team are in the Florida Panhandle, cooking tens of thousands of meals for people still digging out from Hurricane Michael.
We do what we do, which is cooking, feeding, water, intelligence, to make sure that everybody at least will have a hot plate of food.
Here I am, little old country girl from the Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee. Now one of my little books about my mom and a story about my dad is going to be here forever in the Library of Congress.
Dolly even gave us a little concert about the coat and her family and what led her to share her dream with so many children.
In my coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore it so proudly. And although we had no money, I was rich as I could be. In my coat of many colors, Mama made for me, 'cause she made it just for me.